Hello students, I'm back with the part 2 of the of the adjectives discussion as promised earlier. So today we will be discussing demonstrative adjectives where where the words commonly used words are this, that, these and those. Again, it's very similar to that of demonstrative pronoun because they both point out to a specific both have these common words where they are used, but a demonstrative adjectives becomes different from a demonstrative pronoun in certain aspects. We will see how. Okay, so first let us define a demonstrative adjective. It is an adjective that is used to point out a specific noun or a pronoun. So, if you look at the sentences, if you see, it says those pictures. Okay, okay. Then you see these cookies. Okay. Now, if you kind of observe that these and those, if you see that this those have a noun after the particular word. So whenever a sentence has a noun after after the words this, that, these and those, it becomes a demonstrative adjective and not a demonstrative pronoun. A demonstrative pronoun is when no noun is mentioned to. It is in the form of a statement. Okay, this is your book. So is, when you say is, so it is not a noun, it is a helping verb. So therefore we do not take it as an adjective. Therefore this is the thing that I wanted to point out. Okay, so in any circumstances when the this, that, these and those are accompanied by a noun, it will be taken as a demonstrative adjective. What are the key features that we have to look into? First is which one. Okay, which one, which noun. Okay, and it always points something, this and that. About it points to a noun. Okay, tell us about the proximity of a proximity or something clearly about a noun. Now let us go to the next one, distributive adjective. Again, as we know, four type of words are commonly used: each, every, either and neither. Distributive adjectives refer to the individual members of a group, and we refer to each of them separately. So a group of people, a group of things is called a collective noun. So as we know, a collective noun is a collection of individual elements of a group that make it a complete unit. And in terms of subject verb concord, it becomes a single entity. So the four words each, every, either and neither, okay, are again accompanied by a noun. So they always refer to a particular noun. Again, very commonly very commonly found if when applied in the practical aspects of grammar, it is seen that it refers to an individual aspect of a group, and it is always used in a singular form. Then we come to the possessive adjective. A possessive adjective shows the ownership of possession. So some commonly used words are my, your, his, her, its, are, theirs. So again, as I said, very common. As I said, it will have a noun. My computer, their black Mercedes Benz car. So black is the adjective, Mercedes Benz is the proper noun, car is the common noun. So all these things, we have nouns, we have an adjective. So whatever we see over here, they will have an adjective, they will have a noun, but it talks about the possession, singular possession and singular possession and multiple possession. Okay, and therefore we see his phone is missing, her phone is missing. Okay, so again, the important thing is that it is always used before a noun. And the second, it answers the question, who does it belong to, whose book is this, like whose, so whose thing is this is my, this is my book. So it shows a position that I own this book. Then we come to the degree. then we come to the degrees, the 3 degrees of adjectives. The first is the positive degree, where the word itself holds a positive degree, which means if you say small, small is an adjective. So then you say small becomes the if you say large, okay, if you say large becomes the adjective itself. Second, it say large. So again, we refer to a description of the asset of the noun. So again, there we see this comprises the first stage, the positive degree. Then again, if you see, it will have a noun that it is enhancing. Okay, so we are just giving the quality. We are showing something about. We're telling some qualities about a noun. Okay, we are enhancing the noun by using an adjective. Second is the comparative degree, when we compare two things. Okay, for a shorter adjective we use er. Okay, short, shorter, shortest, tall, taller, tallest. Okay, and for taller, so when I say comparative, it is er. Okay, taller, er. Okay, for short ones, and for the longer ones we use more, accompanied by than, accompanied by the word than. Okay, so when we use longer adjectives, more is used accompanied by than. Okay, she is more beautiful than her elder sister. So as we see in the next sentence, it is evident through its use. Okay, now superlative, it compares more than this. It says she is more than just two things. So comparative here means like it is like among and between. Among means when we use the two words among and between, we say between means just between two parties. Among means more than two but number not known. Here also we see the superlative compares more than two things. So here we see that it talks about the best, or a group of people. So a group of things. Say this is the cutest for the shortest. So if you say for the short, let us give an example. Cute is a short adjective. So we say cute, cuter, cutest. Cute, cuter, cutest. But when we say when we use the word, when we go for a longer when we go for a longer adjective, we use most. That means when do we use most? We use most to show the highest effect. She is the most beautiful girl in her class. She is the most. So without the article, the most doesn't make sense. So therefore the article the will always come into use when we refer to, when we use the article most, when we use the word most to give the highest degree of the highest degree of comparison in the adjectives. Okay, so therefore, having understood these type of adjectives, I am also attaching here with a chart which shows the 3 degrees of adjectives for your clear understanding and for your perusal, so that you understand the differences, when to use comparative, when to use superlative, and when to use the different type of adjectives in your everyday and practical lives. So I think that this application of grammar is more important than just knowing the theory. So having said this, I hope I have been able to explain the concept of adjectives in a very simple and yet understandable manner. However, if you have any queries, please feel free to contact me and clarify your doubts. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.